Chapter 24. It's a perfect, clear morning as Harry steps out into the muffled crunch of snow of the courtyard. Harry looks like a man just married. He does a few ponderingly paced laps around the frozen fountain and then decides to proceed. He sends his owl up into the clouds, then he enchants the bird with a spell, the rarely used Winter Begone spell. Harry is eager to get back to life as it was at Hogwarts. He is eager to have the story return to its tracks so he and everybody else can find out what's in that fucking vault. A spring sun shows pledge streaks on a dark wooded library where kids once again bustle about. Harmony strikes gold in a giant hardbound atlas. While she was at home, she worked a temp job playing piano in a jewelry store. Wisely, she wore a hood as not to distract the customers with her hideous visage. But whilst in the store, she kept hearing coincidentally Nick Flannel's name. It was then that she began to formulate her hunch, which, in this atlas, she confirms. Nick Flannel was the inventor of the Sorcerer's Stone, a rock with enormous powers, such as lead into gold, horses into gold, immortal life, giving ghosts a restored body, frag trolls, trolls into gold, etc. The stone is being guarded by the three-headed dog. The stone is what Snake must want. She wants it so that she may live forever with a stockpile of gold. Holy shit, it makes total sense. Our heroes walk briskly through the night, making their way secretly towards HAGAR'S shanty. This guy is hoarding secrets, they think. But once he sees who's knocking at the door, he slams it right in the kids' faces. The kids start to yell out, "Hey, what about the Sorcerer's Stone? Does that ring a fucking bell?" The giant knows they mean business. They start in on Snake and Snake's needs again, but HAGAR gets testy. He explains that every teacher is protecting the stone, including Snake, with spells and dogs and flying hatchets and cats and ancient pendulums, etc. He seems to be in pain. HAGAR continues to be distracted with something behind him. After a while, Ron gets sick of the game and demands to know what's wrong with HAGAR. Why does he look so haggard, and why is he hiding something? HAGAR breaks down and lets it all loose. One day, a few months back, I was hunting in the forest alone. I had shot a stag and was tracking his blood trail through the forest. As I got deeper and deeper, I felt I was being followed, and I turned around and shot my crossbow, but my arrow only went through the ghostly form of Valmart. He demanded I give him the Sorcerer's Stone, and I told him that I couldn't. He then pointed his wand at my stomach and struck me with a mighty spell. Next thing I know, I'm feeling kicking and clawing down in my gullet. This goes on for weeks. I knew I was becoming a mother, but to what? Later on, after a boating accident in shark-infested waters, me and some friends were stranded, treading water, while sharks feeded on us. One by one, we disappeared in a cloud of blood. I alone survived. The reason is this. My baby inside me was screaming and making such a riot in my belly, the sharks were afraid to open me up. So they let me live, and I was found later by some fishermen. A week ago, I finally birthed this egg. Apparently, I'm the mother of a dragon. Now, kids, don't tell anybody. It's illegal to have a dragon in here. After the story's confusing conclusion, who should appear in the window but that panda cub mouth oil, spying after his fucking ass? Our heroes walk through the halls, talking of plans of trapping mouth oil and torturing him. when they are stopped dead in their tracks by Hardcastle McCormick. She takes them into her office and dons her demerit costume, hat and all. This must be serious. 50 points deducted for each of you. It is forbidden to be out at night. All of you have detention, even you, Mouth Oil. Mouth Oil tries to protest, but soon he is overrun by her barrage of degrading talk. Spies and thieves, she spits. Spies and thieves. Her spittle becomes acid and lands on each of their cheeks, burning little pock marks as reminders of their transgressions. They will never forget.